Oh, interesting. So here we have a park that has two cool statues. It's next to the train station. The bus station is in that direction, but this one is the train station. So, cool fountain. Well, you can also see that I improved a bit maneuvering the camera. Not too much, but I'm learning. I'm doing my best. And here we have the girl, right? Like this is the statue of the girl. Or the lady. Yeah, so that's the girl. And there in front we have the statue of the guy. And yeah, it's a cool and interesting... It's an interesting concept. I'm sure it's not original, but anyway, it's cool. And now we're going to cross, probably jaywalking. Oh, ping pong table. I have never seen anyone playing ping pong anywhere. Never, ever in my life. Like I always see a couple of ping pong tables, but I never see anyone playing. So that has always puzzled me. Nice. So yeah, I promised you industrial things, but these willows... These are willows, right? Well, something similar to willows. I have no idea about trees, really. But yeah, daisies and willows, I like it. Okay, so I was actually complaining about the button not working, but it was me, actually. The one who needs to learn how to. So by the way, yeah, this thing is quite a famous shopping mall in Spain, and this is the bus station that I told you before. So the bus station and the train station are quite close. You might be wondering, hey, how is that information relevant since we are not there? Well, you never know. Maybe if I show you enough nice places, you might decide to come here for a visit. And then probably you will not find me because, yeah, the place is beautiful, but I have been living in other places and I miss the feeling of traveling. Like, I remember living in Latvia, Serbia, Denmark. For some time, I visit Sweden quite often. I was living in Ireland as well. I was visiting Poland a few times, Czech Republic, Portugal, Holland, Germany. It's not Holland, it's the Netherlands. Okay, but I was only visiting Holland. Therefore, it makes sense to say that I was only visiting one region inside the Netherlands, doesn't it? Since I wasn't visiting any other region. Oh, by the way, the wind. Are you listening to the wind, or did my plan work? So everything is empty, and I like that because I can be going around saying stuff. Yeah, I'm a bit shy when I have to, like, I don't like other people listening to what I say. So opening a YouTube channel is perhaps like a sink or swim thing for me. It's like, oh, you don't like people listening to you? Why don't you record for the entire internet? The entire internet being 4, 5, 6 people probably. But anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy that there are 6 people out there who enjoy walking with me. Imagine walking with 6 people at the same time. I feel like a professional guide. Like, and yeah, you might be laughing at me now, like, haha, 6 people, that's very pitiful. Like, no, it's not. Imagine if I had like a tour company and I had 6 people around me. I like that. So anyhow, jaywalking. I don't really know if I can be fined for recording myself while committing a crime. Minor as it may be, it's still not very smart. Anyhow, let's walk a bit more in the industrial area. And finally, we arrived to the industrial area. You were probably tired of seeing beautiful fountains and parks and nice views. So yeah, industrial area for the win. Before I showed you this shopping mall, and you might be thinking, oh, that's a cool shopping mall. No, it's not. It took them ages to modernize and to go online, and you know, for some time it was ridiculous that you wanted to buy something in that very famous shopping mall that I'm not going to mention, because you know, my 4 or 5 viewers would certainly make the company shares go up like a lot. But yeah, for some time it was impossible to buy anything online because they didn't want to go digital. For some, you know, like they had been doing the same stuff for 30 years, and I don't know, for them it was kind of like, nah, let's not go digital, or let's do it, but you know, like, nah. So now they are in financial problems. There it is. So this would be their, I don't know, like their storage area. I have no idea. I like it when there are no people. And every time I walk here, I remember, because you know, nothing has ever happened in this part of the city, in this industrial area, except for the time that I tried to teach a Ukrainian girl. I want to say Ukrainian. By the way, I'm not a Casanova or anything like that, but yeah, when you, it's just that, you know, when you start getting older and you have met a few girls, you forget where is, like, you know, where is everyone from, their names. Like, I don't remember her name, but I remember that she was from Ukraine, and she had never learned how to ride a bicycle. So I told her, hey, I'll teach you. And you know, we were on this street. She was doing it quite well. At the end, like, you know, she started with some difficulties, but in the end she was doing it more or less okay. And I felt proud as a biking instructor, especially considering that I myself fall, like, one of every 4 times that I have taken the bike, I have fallen. So, but literally, not even joking, or like, there is always something on the road. There is always, like, the last time that I fell, it was because a little girl was going in diagonal to my lane. Like, you know, she was like, and looking at her wheels or something. She had no idea that there were other bikes in the world, because, you know, she was quite little, like 7 or 8, and it was like, hey, either I collide with the girl or I throw myself to the bushes. But I have no idea how I did with the handles, and instead of going to the soft bushes, I ended up like dodging the girl through the right and falling, like hitting my head against the pavement. You might be now wondering, oh, and that's when you decided to start this channel, right? As a consequence of that brain injury. It's like, no, because I was wearing a helmet. Because, you know, I know that I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I try to make up for it, like, with a helmet at least. So yeah, luckily I was wearing my helmet. So since that day, and by the way, the helmet was destroyed. Like, it was scratched and the paint went off, and it had like a bump. So every time somebody tells me, like, oh, helmets are actually bad because reasons, it's like, yeah, no, maybe you don't want to wear a helmet and you're just coming up with excuses. But for people like me, they save lives, because, you know, without the helmet that day, I wouldn't be here talking to you. Or if I were here talking to you, you wouldn't understand me, because I would be like, and that wouldn't be very pretty. So yeah, we have to walk a bit more, and then we arrive to the beach. Yes. Oh, but indeed. Oh, by the way, just so that you know, there's a beautiful park up there, like covered by these trees. There is a nice park that you cannot see, and you know, food for thought. Now you can be wondering, like, hey, why are you taking us through this very weird industrial area just so that you can mention that Ukrainian girl that was riding a bicycle and, like, yeah. By the way, it's interesting, like, you know, when you remember people from your past, not particularly this girl, because as I mentioned, I can't remember her name. It was years ago. In my defense, it was years ago. But you know, people that you studied with or people that you met in some jobs, that you never see them again. And it's like, hey, how could they vanish in a city with 150,000 people, not meeting any of those people you were, because you know you were meeting them daily, and suddenly you never see them again. And it's like, where are they? Are they extras in a movie? Are they real even? So it's called solipsism, right? When you think that you're the only real person, everyone else is like some sort of dummy or actor or part of the matrix. I think it's called solipsism. I'm not very sure. Maybe solipsism is the other one, when you empathize with people. Yeah, I don't remember. But anyhow, you don't need to walk all this way. If you want to go to the beach, you can go up there, and there is a nice, beautiful park. By the way, did you see how smoothly I move the camera now? I'm learning, improving. I'm like the liquid Terminator. That. Yeah. No. Wait. No. I'm the first one. Yeah. Yeah. The first one was the one who was learning the most. The second one already came with everything new. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the first Terminator. The T-1000. No, the T-800. I'm the T-800. And on the entrance to the beach, we have this nice art. Don't ask me to describe what it is, because it's like there we have like a farm or something. The second one is like multi-dimensional type of. Oh no, the wind again. Wind, go away. Please come back another day. So that one is like some very deep stuff where, you know, handcuffs and like, you know, going like there's a society corrupting the human spirit and enslaving us in a system of something, and that one is people building the world, I guess. Iceberg. Oh, very deep, because you know the iceberg, you can only see the tip, and then there is more. So food for thought. Think about that. So yeah. Oh, and this building is entirely empty, next to one of the most beautiful beaches ever. So coming back to the topic from previous videos, yes, sometimes there should be like some like, you know, just for like a few hours, we should allow some Latin American dictator to just come here and be like, oh, empty building next to the beach, expropriate that. And that would be awesome, because this thing has been empty for decades. And it's like, oh, but what if the guy wants to have his building totally empty, falling to pieces and full of rats? Well, there should be some system where you know, where that just doesn't happen, because there is some penalty. Otherwise, the cities would look like crap. Oh, I'm going to show you a church. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Every time I do like this, I'm pausing, okay? So I don't have to edit later. I just go, you know, with one shot. And that's cool. And here we can see a typical church. Can't tell you much about this thing, other than it's not a cathedral, that I know for sure. And it's a Catholic church, because, you know, in this area we don't have like old constructions that are, in other styles, like, or in other faiths. I don't know much about religion, to be honest. And I hope the wind is less troublesome today. So in this pillar, I think there should be some cross, and as you can see, it has old markings. 1745, if I read correctly. Well, I don't know if in the camera it's more visible, but yeah, 1740 something. So 18th century, right? Oh, and here we have some other stones. I hope these are not tombstones and I'm not stepping on dead people. But yeah, these stones. Are there inscriptions here? I would make a horrible archaeologist. It's like, what's that? A stone on the floor. So, yeah, you can see that the church has walls. It's not only a facade, it has walls. And, well, you know, it's a typical church. And there we have the ships. And that's the way we are going to take to go to the beach. Excellent, yes, indeed. Oh, but indeed. And I don't think there is anything else around this church. It's just, you know... I like the door. By the way, yeah, very meaningful comments. Instead of looking for information on Wikipedia or something and tell you how old this church is, what happened here, instead I tell you that the door is nice. Nice wooden door. I like the door. It's made of wood. I like wood. So